What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Ju coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about Julio Jones, but if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support and continuing to share out my content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at JuTalkSports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ JuTalkSports. And if you would like to be a part of my JuTalkSports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as you guys know, I did state in today's video, I want to talk about Julio Jones. There has been a lot of rumors going around that Julio Jones is interested or may re-sign with the Atlanta Falcons. Personally, I don't think Julio Jones will re-sign with our Atlanta Falcons based off the way that things ended with him demanding a trade publicly. I don't see the Falcons bringing back Julio Jones. Julio Jones is my favorite Atlanta Falcons wide receiver of all time. I have a lot of respect for Julio Jones in this game and everything that he did for our organization. But being the way that things ended with him going public, on Undisputed, stating that he wanted to be traded, and then the way that things ended, it ended really ugly. Arthur Blank, our owner, talked on NFL Network. They interviewed him, and he basically stated that he was caught off guard by the whole Julio Jones wanting out of Atlanta. And he basically stated that he didn't talk man-to-man with Julio Jones when Julio demanded his trade from the team. So being that the way that things ended, I don't see Julio Jones coming back to the Atlanta Falcons. Also, because Matt Ryan now has been traded, it really isn't the same team anymore. Like with Arthur Smith coming in and bringing in this new regime, Terry Fontenot and these guys, there's no familiarity at this point with a player like Julio Jones as far as the locker room. Other than Grady Jarrett and AJ Terrell and Calvin Ridley, there really isn't a lot of players on this roster that actually played with Julio Jones. So that familiarity isn't there. The only way I could see the Falcons bringing back a player like Julio Jones is if Matt Ryan was still on the team. And basically, Arthur Blank went to Matt Ryan and asked if he wanted Julio Jones back. That's the only way I could see, Julio Jones possibly coming back to the Atlanta Falcons is if a guy like Matt Ryan vouched for him, because Matt Ryan was the face of the franchise and was the leader in the locker room. But at this point, being that this is a brand new regime under Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, and the way that things ended when those guys first came in with Julio Jones, forcing his way out, I definitely don't see the Falcons bringing Julio Jones back. Another reason I don't think that the Falcons will bring Julio Jones back as well is because he's injury prone at this point. He's had those hamstring injuries. He hasn't been able to stay healthy and stay on the field. Last year was arguably his worst NFL season. He didn't play a ton with the Tennessee Titans, which is a reason why they decided to release him, because he's making top dollar. And at this point, the production isn't matching his play on the field. So at this point, the NFL stands for not for long, as they say. And Julio Jones at this point is no different than any other player in the NFL. Once your stats and your production starts to deteriorate and you're not putting up the numbers you once put up, teams are not going to be willing to pay you top dollar. So even outside of the Atlanta Falcons, I don't see any other team paying Julio Jones top dollar to play for them. I could see a team maybe that's desperate signing Julio Jones to like a 1-year deal. But other than that, I don't see Julio Jones being able to go to a team and demand top dollar at this point due to his injury history and due to him being injury prone and due to him updating his resume. As they say, last season he didn't perform well. So whatever team signs Julio Jones, I think they're going to look to bring him in on a short-term deal, some type of veteran minimal deal, or maybe a deal where it has, that language in the contract where it's, certain things he has to do to meet, the criteria for him to make that top dollar. So it's probably going to be a lot of incentives like an incentive-based contract. That's the only way I see that any team possibly signing a Julio Jones. But with that being said, I will holler at you guys in the next video. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this whole Julio Jones rumors and saga, but I don't think he'll be an Atlanta Falcon. I do think that Julio Jones may retire as a Falcon, and maybe he signs a 1-year deal. I mean, excuse me, a deal for 1 day where they bring him back just to, sign on the dotted line, basically stating that he's retiring as an Atlanta Falcons, which we see with a lot of veteran players and players that retire. They sign like a 1-day deal, a 1-day contract so they can come back and retire with the team that they were drafted by, or they played majority of their career. But I don't see Julio Jones, re-signing and playing with the Atlanta Falcons anymore. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. Also, tune in tonight. 6-man K-Styles, which is 1/3 of the heavy hitters. Him and Mad Mike, I believe, will be going live today or tonight to talk about Julio Jones. And also, happy 4th of July to you guys. I really appreciate you guys always tuning into the channel. With that being said, if you haven't hit that like, subscribe button, definitely hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. We are currently on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button on my boy 6-man K-Styles channel, Mad Mike Sports, definitely hit that like and subscribe button on their channels as well. K-Styles is on his way to 1,000 subscribers, and Mad Mike is on his quest for 10,000. So we really appreciate you guys continuing to tune in. But with that being said, this being your boy Jew. It's always Falcons Nation. Rise up. Peace. Be blessed.